I'm at the Phoenix airport right now. I'm waiting to board my flight to New York, to JFK, and it looks like we have a whole lot of migrants who are also boarding this flight that the U.S. taxpayers are paying for.
You may have seen this video. There was a flight, I believe it was from Phoenix to New York City, right?
Yeah.
Packed to the brim with some unruly illegal migrants who apparently got all the premium seats.
Are you tired of paying too much for flights? Sick of all those extra fees from other airlines? Then fly Spirit. At Spirit Airlines, we cut out the extras to save you money. Our planes are nice and new, too. So why pay more? Save money and fly in style with Spirit Airlines. Book your flight today at spirit.com.
Sorry, I don't know how that commercial got in there. We run a commercial agency here.
It's true.
By the way, that was rejected. This is the actual clip.
I'm at the Phoenix airport right now. I'm waiting to board my flight to New York, to JFK, and it looks like we have a whole lot of migrants who are also boarding this flight that the U.S. taxpayers are paying for. This is what the U.S. taxpayers are paying for right here. Premium seats on Delta that they have people coming here. We're paying for this, shipping them out to New York City because guess what? Everywhere else is at capacity. So they have these sanctuary cities like New York that they're now shipping these migrants to that we're all paying for.
So the lady who posted that was Ashley St. Clair. She tweeted out or X'd out, whatever.
Yeah.
She said, when I asked a Delta representative if this was the case, her response was, what does it matter? They're humans too. Now, look, before we get into the information that I think is pretty important here, I am not going to say that this country has been historically without discrimination.
Right. Yeah.
That is not lost on us, just to be clear. Also, Hitler bad. We all know that before we get into a conversation regarding illegal immigration.
Thank you.
But we are not above apologizing, recognizing when the United States was wrong. For example, I've had to re-examine some of my favorite holiday classics through a different, more modern lens. We really should have seen it at the time.
That was the director's cut.
That one's on us.
If the Wet Bandits saw that, they would have been gone.
Yes.
Sure, though.
That one is, we were maybe tone deaf.
A little bit back then.
Gosh.
I still like it, though.
We're better now.
So the investigative journalist Taylor Hansen also, this is a little while ago, revealed how a lot of these migrants are gaming the, well, quote-unquote, asylum system.
Entonces, ¿ustedes dirían que vinieron aquí como para una mejor oportunidad económica?
Ajá, económica y estatus social.
Estatus social, ok. Ustedes, entonces, pero ¿ustedes estaban como huyendo a Guatemala por persecución del gobierno o algo así? O no más económico.
Wow. Simply for work.
Para salir adelante.
Just interview one of those racist whites that speak Spanish.
Yes.
Now, just to be clear, when people say asylum seekers, we have very clear definitions as to what asylum is.
Economy is not one of them.
Economy is not one of them. Religious persecution, if you have, for example, a political ruling class who executes political opponents, and you're supposed to go to the next nearest country who will take you in to provide you asylum. When they say, no, we just want money, that is not a reason for asylum. And certainly not a reason to give away free benefits, to be clear. Now, let me also give you some other numbers here that are relevant before you say, these people are humans too. Yeah, you know who else is a human? The mom with screaming triplets who's just trying to get home to Pennsylvania for Christmas for some turkey and homemade pumpkin pie. That person had to pay for the flight. This is where America first comes in. It doesn't mean everybody else last. It doesn't mean that we're racist. It means, no. Americans who pay these tax dollars shouldn't be giving them to people who are not fleeing persecution, but want to benefit from the social safety nets to which they have no right. Let me give you some other stats. These illegal immigrants, they often have no set court date, just to be clear.
These are asylum seekers.
Asylum seekers who you just saw said they're not seeking asylum. They said, are you seeking asylum? Their answer was K.
Yes, I want dental.
No,
So roughly 40% never attend their court date anyway. Think about that. They often have no set court date. If they do, 40% don't attend. Now, let me give you some stats on the Biden administration and illegal immigration. The Biden administration has allowed over 200,000 illegal immigrants to fly into the United States and be paroled.
Wow.
And this is a new number. It shocked me this morning because we gave you the last high water mark. Tuesday. Now, I say that because I know you're thinking, also Wednesday? No.
2 days?
Exactly.
No.
Incorrect. No. Just this Tuesday, the day being Tuesday being the day in question, one day, 12,600 illegal crossings. That's the worst day ever in recorded American history. If you were to average that out to a daily number, it would come to 4.5 million people in a year. That's the population of Louisiana or Kentucky added every year.
12.5. That's more than the Portland Trailblazers had this week.
Yes. I don't understand the sports reference.
Small arenas.
Oh, okay, I get it. Is it 12.5?
They're like 15, 16, but
We had a
they
small
don't pack it out.
hockey league in Grand Rapids, and they got more than that.
Yeah, well, it's a
I think
popular
that's his
sport.
point.
Yeah, that's the kind of the point.
Think about that.
Sorry, I interrupt you with such a...
My brain short
If you don't
circuits
explain the
with
joke,
sports.
it's not good. I'm
No,
sorry,
I just don't
everybody. I'm
get.
sorry.
I don't know. Everyone else knows. You
He's
should
saying-
admonish me. I just pulled a Gerald and ruined a sports joke.
I don't ruin sports jokes. I ruin other jokes.
What sport is the Portland Trailblazers?
It's basketball.
NBA.
Yeah.
NBA. Yeah.
So an arena full of people
Yes.
came on yesterday.
In one day.
There we go.
And by the way, this affects you, the massive influx of people who have no business being here. And by the way, I would say the same thing if they were Swedish and white. Cause train traffic to be halted from Mexico.
The economic group I spoke with tells me that these two rail closures are not just going to impact border cities or larger cities that are seeing an increase in migrants like Chicago or New York. These two rail closures are also going to impact the entire country, anywhere that businesses receive goods from Mexico, because those goods are going to take much longer to get to their destination now.
Hit the like button if not only do you want to see Donald Trump deport every last one of them on day one, but you will no longer even entertain the idea of being shamed into feeling racist because you think we need to have border security. That's where I am. Remember when it used to be, hey, hold on a second, we have, well, what do we do with the Dreamers, the anchor? And so Republicans capitulated, all right, those kids didn't do anything. It's not about that. When you have over 12,500, I think 12,600 people in one day. Don't talk to me about anchor babies. This is what the left will often do, and you cannot allow them to do. They'll do it, for example, with abortion. Well, let's say, what about rape and incest? Here's what you do. And people will often say, why would you make those exceptions? I'm not. I'm making an argument. Say, okay, all right. If we allow exceptions for rape and incest, would you ban all other abortions? Well, no. Well, then don't do that. Then don't try and bring it up. That's not the argument you're making. Don't allow them to frame you in. When they say, what about babies who are born here? You say, okay, hold on a second. If we allowed babies who were born here within these very limited parameters to have a path to citizenship, would you deport everyone? Well, no, that would be cruel. Then don't bring up the babies who were born here. Don't allow yourself to be taken off course, because then they say, see, you're a racist. See, you hate women. None of that is true. 12,600 people who have no business being here are getting free flights. Across the border, thousands of them getting free flights, not even attending their court dates, and they're not even seeking asylum. Hold on a second. You're a racist if you say, I don't believe that the people who are coming here for free shit, how do I know? Because they say they're coming here for free shit, shouldn't be able to take the free shit that I pay for with the shit that I worked for.
Yeah. That's what they do, though. They attack your character so they can delegitimize your opinion or delegitimize your point of view.
Exactly. Oh, racist. Okay, how about this? Here's another solution. No more social safety nets for anyone at all outside of disability. How about that? None. Then it's not a problem. They want to. Then you can have open borders. Of course, no one wants to do that.
No.
It's a very, very different world when you have more and more. This is the multi-pronged approach. Promise more free things. So let me just walk you through the life here of someone taking all the bennies from a leftist. Okay, come to this country. Don't attend your court date. All right, you get to work under the table because you likely won't pay taxes. Okay, you never get deported. Then maybe you go to school. You have your student loans forgiven. COVID happens. You don't pay your rent. You get that forgiven. Every single contributing member of society who is not on the social safety net is being screwed along the way. Think about that. The taxpayer all across that whole personal journey as you eat, pray, love across the free in this land that you're not entitled to. School, well, they lose money. Don't worry, the taxpayer will pick it up.
Medical expenses?
Medical expenses, just walk out of the emergency room. They can't track you. Don't worry, the taxpayer will pick it up. Rent? No, rent forgiveness. Don't worry. The landlord will lose the property. Good news is Vanguard BlackRock will be ready to buy it up.
Yeah.
They didn't get forgiveness.
And don't worry, you'll be able to vote without ID because IDs are racist.
And don't worry, the taxpayer will pick it up. Think about that. You have migrants that they're flying across the country. We don't even know where they're flying. They're not seeking asylum. They're mostly grown men. Nothing is being done to stop it. It's an invasion. This is an invasion. I'm not saying an invasion of brown or of black. It is, when people talk about the replacement theory, okay, I know that some white supremacists have co-opted that and tried to turn it into a race thing. Right. Like I've said, I would take 10 patriotic, naturalized citizens from Uganda over one socialist from Finland, okay? But let's be clear about this. It's a plan to replace American taxpayers, contributors, who tend to vote overwhelmingly conservative, with people who come here for free stuff. It's buying their votes. It is replacing contributors with purchased votes. That's what the replacement is. It is replacing contributors with purchased votes.
Blue collar people too. Conservative, mostly.
That's another thing. They say blue collar. Those people vote Democrat. No, not if they pay taxes.
Union.
Not if they have families. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's how the best way. Isn't it kind of crazy where people say, well, as people get older, they tend to become more conservative? Well, as people pay taxes, they tend to become more conservative. Well, as people have children, they tend to become more conservative. Hold on a second. That's why the left has to paint those things as anything other than a virtue. Mm-hmm. Wait a second. We used to respect and honor our elders. In other words, if we notice a trend where as people get older, they become more conservative, as people have families and contribute more to society, they tend to develop a worldview, and this happens with every generation once they cross over, maybe there's something there. Instead, we pander to people who've done none of those things or people who aren't seeking asylum. They just want free shit. That's the replacement theory. The replacement is replacing contributors with purchased votes. That's
why the New York Times ran that story about whatever Ben Shapiro's Bluey knockoff is. They're upset because the father was too present.
Oh, really?
The father's too present and takes too much interest in his kids' lives. That's bad for America.
Yeah, they should do another Home Depot commercial where the dad gets caught in the blinds because he doesn't know what he's doing, and there's a gay voice over the top of it.
Yeah. Is this lumber or steel?
I have no idea. Is it a softwood?
Watch Ladder with Crowder live Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.